Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, and welcome to Annie Around the Wild. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me on this channel, on my journeys. I really appreciate each and every one of you beautiful souls for being here. And just again, for joining in on my adventures. As new as they are and as tiny as my channel is, I appreciate each and every one of you for joining and watching, and just, for especially for all of the, if you do happen to like and subscribe, special thanks to you. You're really helping my channel out if you do, so thank you so much. So without any further ado, where did me and Juliet end up? Well, I'll tell you where we ended up. We ended up coming back to the city. I did. I ended up coming back to the city. I had a nice shower in and everything. That's why there's this bag hanging. I have some of my shower stuff there, so I just have things drying. So yeah, we ended up coming to the city, and as of the moment, I'm stealth camping. Now, at the campsite, it was a beautiful campsite. I loved that there was a shower accessible, but don't get me wrong, I was very thankful, but it was just way too much. You couldn't step outside for 5 seconds without getting bombarded with mosquitoes. It was really, really bad. It was really bad. And it's just like, and when you start cooking to eat, forget about it. They just come all to you. So I have so many bites on my legs and everything. It's insane. It's insane. So that was the main annoyance to me, is like, 'tis the season. We're pretty much in summer. It's in 2 weeks, it's summer. It's officially summer in 2 weeks, like officially, right? But here, weather-wise, here in Southern California, we're in summer. Summer has started. It's hot. So yes, the bugs are definitely out. 'Tis the season. They come out, and I'm just like, oh, come on, birds, eat them. So yeah, we came down, and also I really do prefer the 24-hour fitness shower instead of a campground shower. I did learn that. Less mosquitoes, less like insects and stuff. I mean, not less. There are no insects and everything, at the gym showers. Whereas at the campground, I mean, it's a campground shower. So, there's going to be bugs and insects and stuff. So that was like, ugh, I don't want that while I'm showering, So yeah, there was that. I did enjoy the quiet. We're in the city now, so there, I don't know if you hear it in the microphone. I don't know if it's picking it up, but there's definitely going to be airplanes and car noises, which is normal because that's actually a normal sound that we always hear when we were in our sticks and bricks house, So yeah, now about the sticks and bricks house, I actually wanted to make this video about how I'm enjoying this journey. But mainly, I just wanted to mainly make this video about like, do I want to, or am I in a rush to go back to the sticks and bricks? And the answer to that is no, I'm not. I have started to find my groove. I have found a routine, and I'm just getting things in order, And I'm finally starting to, things are starting to be easier for me. And now that I'm finding my groove, I'm really loving this lifestyle so much that I might even just tell everybody, like, yo, I'm not coming back to the house, I'll just come back to the house to shower. Oh my God, and like I can use that address to, like get my baby's like food sent and stuff like that, and that's it pretty much, It would be kind of like my escape piece. But yeah, All jokes aside, I really am loving this life, and I don't really want to go back. I mean, everyone thinks that having a home, it's like this like goal in life, and it's like everyone like thinks that it's like you're gonna own this home and that's gonna be like the ultimate happiness. It's like, no. I mean, that wasn't my experience, our experience, my family's experience. That wasn't our experience, Owning a home is the biggest freaking headache ever, I would rather like own an apartment or something, rent that out and just go and like, RV it up everywhere, in the country. I would love to do that. But honestly, being a homeowner, it's been so difficult, especially ever since, we have moved into this house. Let's be honest, all of the responsibilities, like the main hands-on responsibilities, have been all on my shoulders. And it's like something that I didn't ask for, and so I didn't prepare for something like that, nor did anyone like ever teach me how to do these things that I've done and gotten done all of these times and years, So it's been a lot, It's just owning a home is just one problem after another, and it's not small problems, they're not cheap problems, and it's like, oh my God, there's like leaks here, there's leaks there, the roof is damaged here, the roof is damaged there. If it's an old home, you're gonna have asbestos, and it's like, it's just, if it's not one thing, it's another. There's termites or, wood-eating ants. There's just so much, there's a lot, the plumbing issues. Oh my God, there's just so much that I can't just think of all of it now out all at once. But yeah, I mean, those are just things I can think of on the top of my head. But it's just constant problems and expenses. Don't get me started on how expensive it is here in Southern California to own a home even, just don't even get me started on that. It is not cheap. If you want to know, go look it up. It is not cheap, okay? Nobody my age, I'm in my mid-30s, I'm just a little past my mid-30s, nobody my age is able to live on their own. Either you have to get married so that you have a spouse so you can live together and like share those finances, or you have roommates or friends that are roommates, or you live with your family. Nobody. Or your parents. I've also heard that a lot of parents pay like their kids, and their kids are married and living somewhere else, but they're having financial hardships, so their parents are also paying for their kids like mortgage and stuff too, because their kids can't do it, because they're newlyweds. I've also heard of that happening a lot too. So nobody is really able to like live on their own right now. Times are so hard around here. So, it's not like owning a home is like all peaches and cream and rainbows and butterflies, No, it honestly, now that after experiencing how frugal and simple this life is and how freeing this life is, I don't want to go back. What am I, crazy to go back? I feel crazy to go back. I don't want to go back. I'm not going to go back. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. So I might just choose to I'm going to turn this light off really fast, okay? There are people walking by, so I'm just going to turn that light off real quick. Here, we'll leave this light on. Let's see. Does that help a little bit at least? I don't know. Let's see if this helps. Let's try to do this for the light for now. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I mean, this life has been a huge challenge. Okay. Do not get me wrong. It has not been easy for me. Nothing has been easy. Figuring things out has not been easy all by myself. You know, there has been literally nobody, like, there's no one in my life that is even a nomad or in a nomadic life, or like does RVing or has an RV or does camping even, let alone car camping. Nobody, you know, in my life does any of that. I'm the first one in all of our circles to do something like this, you know, let alone all by myself, you know, with my baby, you know. So we're doing this, me and her, and nobody else, you know. So it's definitely been a learning curve, especially with, okay, I think the people pass by, so I'm gonna turn this on now. Okay. Sorry, there's like, it's past 10:30 p.m. and there's literally people walking around. It's like, what are you doing? It's a weekday. It's literally a weekday. It's a Sunday. It's like, come on, people. It's like, don't you gotta get ready for work? But yeah. So anyway, it's just been really great out here, and I'm really enjoying it a lot. You know, I'm just really enjoying it. And honestly, it's just I really don't know how I can go back to a sticks and bricks after experiencing something like this. But yeah, like I was saying, it hasn't been easy doing this all by ourselves, especially figuring this all out, you know, with my baby being sick. You know, her lymphoma, it's a cancer, and thank the gods and goddesses, she is on remission and we're pulling it back. But because we're pulling the medicines back, that also makes me very nervous, you know, because one of the main side effects to all of this is diarrhea. She had diarrhea. And so I just don't want a situation like that in here. That's disgusting, you know. So I don't think we will, but I'm just staying on top of it, you know. There is a holistic medication that she has for that, she could, the doctor said that, you know, because it affected her, her system so much. Sorry, you guys. I think there was people scoping around my car. I think trying to see if I was sleeping in here. So they came right over here to this window and they passed by real close and they were talking, but I didn't make out what they were saying because I was talking to all of you. Let me see if they left. Look. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. I'm doing some spa shit. If I can. I'm back. That's so funny. All right, everybody. Sorry. Sorry. I'm telling you, I don't know why there's people, freaking LA, man. No one sleeps out here in Los Angeles. It's like no matter what time it is, and they're not even young people. They sounded like elderly people. It's like, what are you even doing walking around in this time? But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, so it hasn't been easy figuring it out with my baby, you know, and this whole, you know, just the whole medications and just everything. Everything's been definitely a challenge. And then, you know, just that was a cherry on top, you know, because everything else that I had to figure out, like thinking of everything and then finding a place to sleep, the main thing, finding a place to sleep overnight, has been a huge challenge around here. You know, like if I want to keep it local, it's a challenge. If I want to drive like an hour or two in any direction, yes, it's fine. Like campsites and the campgrounds start popping up, and then there's also some like boondocking places available around, and like the state national parks are around there and stuff. But again, those are all like an hour, 2 hours away. And also, I'm sick and tired of spending money. So around those places is like boondocking mainly. But the boondocking places that when I go, a lot of these places I can't really like drive into because they're what are the roads called? Like washboard or boarded out, where it's like rutted. It's like like rutted out. I forgot what it's called, but there's a term for it. But that's how the roads are usually, and so I can't drive through there. So, or I'm not gonna drive through there because I'm not gonna put my car through an earthquake. So I can't really get to them. So for the boondocking places, it's a little bit problematic for that. But other than that, I'm starting to figure things out, like, oh, in this location, it's this kind of a, like, atmosphere. Here, it's that kind of atmosphere. And I'm starting to, like, figure out the whole, like, how to, figure things out on, like, how to spend the night places, how to find places to spend the night. And I'm just like, I'm learning, I'm learning as I go. And as things are getting easier, I'm just loving this life more and more and more. I really am. I really, really am. And it's just like, I don't know how to go back after this. I really like, it's like, I don't want to. I don't want to. It's like, y'all go to the house, y'all figure it out. I don't want any of the responsibility for it anymore. You guys take care of it, Like, I'm so serious. I don't know how to go back to just like living within just walls, because let's just like completely be honest here. There's this huge sense of freedom, because it is freedom. It's true freedom. No rent, there's no rent or anything like that, but at the same time, it's like, you still do everything that you do at your house, but just here, this is your house now, and you just do everything here now. That's the only real difference, is like you're not enclosed into four spaces. So you can go and live your life and then go to somewhere really beautiful and nice if you want, and stay somewhere really beautiful. If you don't like the place, you can just get up and leave and go somewhere else. It's very, very freeing. And yeah, sometimes you're going to be staying at a parking lot or at residential streets. But that's only, honestly, if you're somewhere like here in Southern California or something. If you're like in, for example, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, like those places have, oh, New Mexico, like those places have a lot of great land that isn't regulated. I mean, it's regulated, don't get me wrong. I don't want to say it's not regulated. It is regulated. But what I mean by that is it doesn't close within a certain hours and open within certain hours and things like that. There aren't all these like rules and regulations. It's pretty much like boondocking all over the place kind of a scenario. Out here in California, there isn't a lot of boondocking. They're very like few and far in between. And when it's very primitive, And I don't also want to go, it's going to be a lot in the desert, you know, which it's fine, but here it's very hot. So no, you know. So yes, here in Southern California, there isn't like all the free land you can go to. All the like places that you can go to is all like regulated with cops and gates and, you know, hours, you know, of opening and closing times, and things like that. So there's a bunch of restrictions, you know. It's not like, oh, you can just come and stay on the land for 14 days and that's it. You have to be out in 14 days. You know, it's like everything is with money, everything is with money. And there's just very little like places around here that you can go and like park for the night that's a leveled area without an issue. So that's very rare and far in between as well. So there's a whole different challenge to this life when doing it out here in Southern California. So, but even with those challenges, I really love it. I am loving this life so much, so much. Now that I have everything and I'm like settled and I've gotten a routine down, I'm really happy. I'm really happy, and I'm just feeling settled, you know, because it's very like mentally draining. I can't begin to explain how mentally tiresome this is. You know, I was just like, I wasn't physically exhausted, but I've been very mentally exhausted, you know, where at the last campsite I was at, I just really chilled a lot. You know, I just like allowed myself to do bare minimum of anything. Even if I went on call for work, it was like that's the most I did. Just went on call for work. I know, and that's it. Like I just, as far as getting a lot of errands done and figuring things out, I just allowed myself to just chill. And, you know, I really needed that. Oh, my eye. I think something got in my eye. But yeah, I really needed that. And then when the insects and everything started becoming an issue, that was also very tiresome, you know, and so I just didn't want to deal with that. And so that's why I came back down. We came back to the city. I ran the car through a drive-through car wash. You know, my baby freaked out as usual in it. But this time she didn't come to stay on my lap. She wanted to go and run into her crate. Because she freaks out when she goes into the drive-through car wash. I mean, obviously because of everything that's going on. But the car needed it, especially since it was like bombarded with the spider mites and stuff. I had pretty much gotten it taken under control, but still that felt really nice to do that, just getting it all cleaned up. It was full of spider webs on the outside, top, sides, bottom. Everything was just spider webs because of all those little freaking spider mites. So I'm really glad that got taken care of. Just I feel like it's clean and we can roll windows down without worrying about things getting in. I did find 2 of them inside and I killed them. So hopefully we don't have any more issues. But yeah, this whole insect stuff was getting very tiresome very fast. So I'm just trying to stay away from all the trees and bushes, just all the trees and bushes. In this season, I do not want to be near any trees or bushes. I don't care. I know that means that I'm going to be just in flat sunlight with no shade, but whatever, I'll take it. If that's the sacrifice, then that's the sacrifice, you know, because it's getting too much, you know, especially if they start getting inside, it's just too much. That's a problem I just don't want to keep having. The couple times I have, I'm just over it and I'm done. So yeah, you know, with the forests and everything comes that issue, but yeah, I mean, I've learned so much along the way, you know. And again, along with all those hiccups, I still love this lifestyle. I complain and I vent, but I complain and I vent so all of you out there know that, you know, you see it in real life, in real time. Like, it's not easy. It's not peaches and rainbows and butterflies, you know. It's hard, and you get frustrated, but that's what really tests you. That's how you know if you really like this life or not, you know? If I never started this with the Kia, I wouldn't have even known that I love this so much. And I mean, if I loved it so much with my Kia, just imagine how I feel right now in this minivan. You know, like this minivan is a literal, like just a mini RV. This is my mini RV. I could like halfway stand up in here. You know, it would be nice to be able to stand up in here. It would be nice to have a rig to stand up in. But again, that comes with a lot of expenses. You know, I can't afford to buy the bigger van and then on top of it spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to get an inside built, because on vans like that you have to get the interior built. You can't just do your own thing like this because it won't work. So there would be that. And then you have the higher gases on those things. The gases are a lot more for that. So I would be paying a lot more gas prices, which here in California, no thank you. No thank you. You have no idea how high gas prices are out here. They're at almost $6 already. Are you kidding me? In only like these few months that I've been out here on the road, it has gotten so expensive. It was not this expensive when I first started on the road. And now today it's at almost $6 a gallon. Are you joking? No thank you. No, thank you. So those bigger vans mean more higher gas prices. And again, they have more maintenance. So you are going to spend more money. So people who have those vans, they have money to be able to do that. And I wish I could, but I just don't have the expense for something like that. I'm literally just completely drenched right now of all the money I've already spent at like the hotels, campsites. I'm drenched. I'm totally drenched, you know. That's why it's a good thing that, you know, I've cared about my credit in my life, and I've always tried to make sure that I have okay and good credit. So I have credit to lean back on because, you know, in case of an emergency in life, you need to have good credit. So you know, that's one thing I'm glad I took care of. Like, it's not the greatest, but you know, I have some credit to help me through this bullshit, you know? So it's like, it's really crazy. But yeah, you know, I'm thankful. I'm very thankful that I have this rig. You know, I'm so thankful that I have all of the setups that I have, that, you know, every single piece of gear that I have is something that I couldn't be out here without. So I'm thankful for all of it. And yeah, now that I'm out here, like I said, I don't want to go back, because it's just like, why go back? Go back to what? You know what I mean? Like, really realistically, go back to what? Like this, I get to go to new places all the time. I see new places, I see new things, I experience new things. It's not boring, it's not dull. You know, I'm not just like looking at four corners of a wall, and you know, it's just like and you know, the people that know me from my past channel may know that, you know, my stuff with my family isn't the greatest, but at the end of the day, I still love them, you know, despite of our bad relationship, I still love them. And you know what, being away from each other has really helped our relationship, honestly. So I really love this. And if not only I love it, but it's helping, the separation is helping emotionally and mentally in ways, then that's another sign that this is a good thing. This is a good decision, you know? So I might just be sticking with this. I don't I don't know. I'm really loving this lifestyle so much. It's like, how do I go back, you know, after all this? How do you go back? I don't want to ever go back, you know. Eventually, you know, the house will be fixed, right? What the day will come. But when that day does come, I don't think I am going to be going back to that house because I really like this lifestyle. I really do. I am loving this lifestyle. These mosquito bites are driving me crazy. Sorry, you guys, my legs are full of mosquito bites and I'm just like trying to rub them and stuff because they itch so bad. God, they they have their moments. Like they'll stop itching and then all of a sudden they'll start itching like crazy. Anyway, I'm so glad to be away from the bugs. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I hit the microphone. So, how am I hanging in there? I'm starting to do great. I'm starting to like get a routine and like a rhythm down. And I'm like, okay, if I stay in this city, I can go here for the day and then go to some of the places that I already have some places even saved, like go-to places that I can put into rotation. So I'm like, I can put those places in rotation at night and then during the day, spend the day in this one particular spot where it's like this huge, ginormous park that runs through like multiple cities. I'm like, I can go and hang out in that spot that is, you know, like I said, it runs through multiple cities. So in the city I'm in, it's here, right? So I was like, I can go to this side of it, right? And I could stay there during the day, you know, and then go to those places and sleep at night, you know, and then return the next day again. So I'm thinking I can do that and see how that works. And yeah, so the only like kind of issue, it's not really an issue, but kind of, it's a little bit, it can get a little difficult, is that I can't leave my car on when I'm still camping to like at least have like the Bluetti, like my power station charging a little bit, or have like an AC running or something. So that's a little bit difficult, but I do have really good fans over here that are on, but I do it, you know, I mean, it's okay because I'm going to be driving here and there, so it's going to be charging, but it does, I have the Bluetti AC 180 and honestly, I need more power. But the thing is this is already heavy enough for me. So anything with more power will also be heavier and I can't carry heavier than that. Any heavier than the Bluetti AC 180, I can't do it. This is already at my limit. It's pretty heavy. So, yeah, I would like something with a little bit more power though, but not heavier. I really need it. I can't afford it. And I'm not, you know, I'm just working with what I've got. I need, like, if I could afford stuff, there's like three main things that I need. I need a roof box, which I'm not in a rush for because that would take away and limit a lot of things like the drive-through car washes and stuff, so I'm not really in a rush for that. So the two main things I would really want here is to get rid of this cooler thing and have a dual like fridge freezer thingy, but I would need something where the freezer side holds a 30 packets of my baby's frozen foods, you know, so it needs to fit, you know, and then it needs to fit in here. And then the second thing, I would want a bigger, and when I say bigger, I mean a more powerful power station, because that's definitely something that I need. For example, the Bluetti, it's only plugged in to my baby's freezer. It is a Boujarvi freezer, and it's just like a single thing where you can use it as either a freezer or a refrigerator. I have it set as a freezer. It's just one little compartment. I think it's like a 21 quart. And for that, I have it on 8 degrees. And overnight, if let's say the Bluetti is on 100%, and let's say I stop charging it at like 8 p.m., let's say, by 6:30 in the morning, it already will be in like the 70% or at 69%. It loses that much power overnight for the freezer in the summertime. Okay, so that's just very problematic, for me. So not problematic, but it can be problematic because that's not very, like, it doesn't run for a very long time. Like that, it would not last. If it lasts 2 days, I mean, it would be running on like 5%. You know what I mean? So it's not, that's not, I need something more powerful. I need something that lasts more days. I need something that doesn't run so low so fast. I need more power, but I just do. But one day, I guess, not anytime soon. I can't afford any of that right now. So maybe one day. But yeah, those are definitely like the two things mainly that I need. But aside from that, my gear, I'm really good with it. The cooler thing is a little pain in the ass, like I said. So that dual thing would be like a huge game changer for me, a huge game changer. And then it would also give me room to keep things for myself, because the freezer, I only have like the ice packs and then my baby's food in there. And that's pretty much all that fits in there. So I don't have any room for myself in the freezer. So that's just designated for her food pretty much. So that really sucks. So it would be really nice to have some room for myself. That would be really nice. But yeah, I mean, I guess maybe one day, I don't know. But I can't afford that right now. So other than that, yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And the only thing that's annoying is if I can't find a leveled ground too. Like not having a leveled surface is like a no, because you can't sleep. You can't sleep properly. Like nothing works properly. Everything is like sliding around. Whenever you try to do something, everything is like sliding in one direction or something. And it's just a huge headache. So I don't like it when places are not leveled. So the places, for the most part, that I found are like pretty much leveled. So I'm happy about that. I'm so happy about that. How long have I been talking? I've been rambling for like 38 minutes. Oh my gosh, thank you so much if you're still watching and listening. But yes, so I'm gonna let all of you go. And yeah, for the most part, I am so happy. This life is so simple. This life is honestly so simple. And it's just, once you get your groove in, once you find your routine, once you find your footing, it's so much less stressful, and it's nice. It's really, really nice. It's nice to be able to like go to places and stuff and to do things and experience things. It really is cool. I'm really loving it. So I don't think there's any going back for Annie G. I don't know. The only place Annie G is gonna go is into a bigger van. No, I'm just joking. Now, I'm very, 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 very happy and content in this car. I'm so comfortable in this minivan, it's not even funny. So I love it. I just wish that I can get like a faucet sink thing going on in here somewhere. That would be so great. And also, I do want to like switch up this whole inside, the whole interior build. I do want to one day get a flat surface put in, and then also the same height as the cot I have. I want it to be the same height, no difference, because I don't want to lose this headroom and stuff. And I want to lay this way and then make this whole area into like the living space, which would, and then I can add like a sink type of a thing on this side and have my baby girl's stuff, like Juliet's stuff, on this side. It would really be very, like, a lot more functional and open up a lot of room. But that would cost so much money. So, I mean, at least the bed itself is going to cost me like $500. And then I don't know how much the flooring. So I don't know if that will exactly be anytime soon, but that is definitely something that I have in mind. But yeah, until next time, everybody, thank you so much for being here while I stealth camp in LA. And yeah, I'll let you all know how much I love it. I'm really loving this life. I really am. And man, it's like, how do you go back to sticks and bricks after this? You just can't. So I love you all so much. Mwah. Thank you for being here. Until next time, blessed be, and I hope you all stay safe and be true to yourselves. Bye, everybody.